Hey guys, how we doing? So back on another video from Seth the Programmer, and we're doing Obito Uchiha is stronger than you think. I'm enjoying these videos, they're good. Seems like a bit of a longer one, this one. Must be some deep discussion to go into. So let's just get into this. Oh, bit different. Going on here? Collab video.
Hello everyone, it's your host Seth the Programmer. Today with me I got my good friend Swagkage.
Cool.
And we're gonna be discussing why Obito is stronger than people think. This is mainly because for some reason in the
I'm gonna have to cut you out there, buddy. Obito's fodder. He lost to Kakashi.
For some reason,
of course, yeah.
People think
your outro.
People think that Obito is extremely weak in the Naruto Shippuden series.
How?
For whatever fucking reason, probably the Kakashi thing we brought up.
Yeah.
We're going to be going over why Obito is probably, one of the most powerful forces in the entire verse.
I don't see it as often as I used to, but a lot of people are under the impression that Obito fucking sucks the cock because he lost to Kakashi. And first of all, Kakashi's not fodder.
No.
Okay? Like, let's get that out of the way.
Especially War Art Kakashi.
Right, War Art Kakashi. Who,
pretty beast.
Well, Kakashi lost Japan, but like that Kakashi, like he used 2 jutsu out of chakra. This Kakashi fought for like 24 hours straight. Used like a bunch of lightning jutsu, a bunch of like bunshin feints, spammed Kamui and all that shit, and was still fine. So like he's completely different. And on top of that, Obito threw the fight.
Well, I just need to bring this up to you guys. Kakashi back in Naruto Part 1 was like, yeah, if I use the Chidori like 4 times, I'm probably gonna be done for the day.
Yeah, I need a nap.
When he fought Pain, he's like, he just used like 1 lightning clone, and he's like, damn, that took a lot out of me.
That's what I was saying.
And then he fought Kakazu, and he was pretty fucked up just by barely doing anything. And then it's like in the War Arc, not only was he fighting on like,
and Noxtaku has done an interesting video on why
like,
that is.
Lightning cables, Chidori's up the ass.
I thought it was a really good video.
Kamui. He also did this all after fighting all of the members of the fucking 7 swordsmen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at, and he fought them for 24 hours straight.
A long time.
Even before that, he's like, yeah, I'm about to show you why they call me, master of 1,000 jutsus and shit, because he was about to while out on these fucking swordsmen for however long they fought. You say 24 hours. And then he goes to fight on gate guy level after that.
Against like tailed beasts and shit, and he still has like
incredible.
So, again, also Obito threw the fight. It's stated that he could use Rinnegan abilities. So if that were the case,
why didn't he use them?
Since the Diva Pass fucked up Kakashi, Obito could, like, if Kakashi's really that fodder, Obito could have theoretically fucked up Kakashi too. It's like really like if he wanted to use any of the abilities he had up his fucking sleeve. Again, he threw the fight because he wanted to get that shit on his heart off, and like Madara was aware of that. It's fucking stated, and then like I don't understand how people think. Okay, so Obito takes the tailed beasts and goes toe to toe with. No, he doesn't go toe to toe with. He fucking like mollywop stomps Naruto, B guy, and Kakashi all at once.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, when his mask falls off, he gets like 2,000% weaker and can't even fucking fight Kakashi 1v1. Like,
yeah, it's definitely only because he wanted to become the 10-tailed Jinchuriki because he wasn't allowed to because he had the seal on his heart.
Yeah,
like Rin did.
Needed it removing.
So that's why he lost. And here's another thing:
quote unquote lost.
If Obito is capable, right, of taking attacks from Naruto KCM2, like full cloak, he could take Rasengan from him.
The Rasengan that like blew up the Raikage exploded inside of Obito's body.
Yeah,
and he tanked it.
He tanks it. He tanks headbutts from him. He's capable of, obviously reacting to him and blitzing through him. There's no way in fuck Kakashi's doing anything like that. Kakashi would get one-shotted by Casey at
Yeah.
Naruto.
Yeah, it'd be down.
Obito tanked a Raikiri to the heart. I don't really get how much more fucking durable you can get than your heart gets blown up and you're still
Yeah,
alive.
he's still alive.
Yeah.
Like, that's
remember
pretty
Sasuke
damn
got,
durable.
a little stab from Madara.
Durability
He's, like,
level
fucking
high.
dying, dude. And then Obito has like his heart ripped out, and he's still going.
Man, this is just the beginning, too. This is just debunking the claim that Obito is weaker than Kakashi. We're just getting fucking started, dude. All right, this isn't talking about how he's actually the second coming of fucking Christ. So let's talk about Obito in his like various stages. So like, I guess the one with the least showings, I don't really think it's necessarily the weakest one, but it is the one that a lot of people like to cite as the one that seems to be the least impressive. Is the one we see at the beginning. Not Tobi, but like...
Yeah.
Obito
Goofy.
with the orange mask doesn't really do a whole lot. But even then, like, he's still fucking... Like, he's still a monster. You know, he no-diffs Fu and Torune in, like, 2 seconds. These elite Jonin level ninja. And, you know, I get it. Like, they're not, like, a huge deal. But... Obito still took him out, and like I said, 2 seconds. I don't think I need to repeat myself. Like I don't think a lot of people remember this happening very vividly. I completely forgot about it until I rewatched the series. But yeah, like on the bridge right before Sasuke fights Danzo, you know, you've got this member of the Aburame clan with these like bugs that fucking eradicate you as they touch you, and a member of the Yamanaka clan capable of using the mind transfer jutsu, and neither of them stood a fucking chance, dude.
Yeah,
Obito took them to town.
Like in 30 seconds, like...
Yeah, and he just sucked them into Kamui, and then they couldn't do anything after that. So in theory, he could do it to a whole bunch of people. But the craziest thing that this Obito pulled off was, and everybody brings this up when they're sucking Obito off, 600 billion paper bombs. Like,
okay.
Conan with all of the prep time she could have possibly needed.
She should have,
man level prep, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, it was insane, and he came out on top.
That
was that.
He was hurt, but he won.
Like, Obito with his, you know, you told me this before we started streaming, but he's able to become intangible for 5 minutes straight, which is basically like, imagine Goku versus Frieza, you know, that long-ass battle? Like, Obito could literally be intangible the entire time.
The whole time. Wow.
Like, they couldn't hit him the entire time Navi kept blowing up. Like,
that is the funniest fucking thing ever.
It's so interesting to think about. Like, people really underestimate how long this guy can actually be intangible. And I've seen this before.
5 minutes is a really long time, especially like in anime. I guess using like Dragon Ball as a clock isn't really a good idea.
No.
Like, 1 minute for like during the Vegeta versus Kid Buu fight was like the longest period of time in Vegeta's fucking life. And you know, by the end of Naruto, shit gets really high speed. So 5 minutes is a pretty long time.
It is, yeah.
There are a lot of characters who rely on stalling, so it's not like a huge deal, not as big of a deal as like if he were on Namek and just able to phase through everything until it exploded. But I still think it's worth using that comparison to put it into perspective.
It's interesting.
It's a really long time.
It is a long time.
Here's another thing as well. I feel like Fu and Torne are actually a lower showing. Like, he bodied both of them, but it's actually a lower showing because we know for a fact, it's stated in the data book as well, that he actually doesn't fight using his Mangekyo Sharingan at all. He tries to hide it for some reason. I don't know why. It might be because of the link to Kakashi. I'm not sure.
He doesn't want people to know that he's Obito.
Yeah, so he actually bodied them without the Kamui. I don't know if he could use it without the Mangekyo. It's complicated. I don't really want to get into that, but it's stated he doesn't use it. So, but when he does use his Mangekyo Sharingan in battle, what he did do is when he was like 14, like he was like a youngin', right?
Yeah.
And he had
absolutely annihilated them all.
He was basically crippled, and he had like a fodder white Zetsu on him.
This Obito, like a lot of people assume he's this like flawless god. Like, you know, like I mean, like he's not. He's 14, right? Around 14, give or take. He just got half of his body crushed.
Destroyed.
He's just missing
He's just seen the love of his life die in front of him by his best friend.
All that shit. And the only thing that he has to aid him is the Zetsu cloak. That's really it.
Yeah.
All that provided him with was like wood style.
Yeah.
That was about all.
Which was still pretty cool.
Yeah, go on and explain what he does with this limited arsenal of his.
So,
Crush Body and
with this
Wisetsu.
Mangekyo Sharingan ability, he's able to literally phase through basically every Jonin of the Hidden Mist.
No one
like,
manages to
pretty
hit
much
him
all
at
of
all.
them. Like an entire platoon of Jonin, like Anbu Jonin, and obliterates them. No diffs them. He doesn't even get hurt a single time. He literally torture fucks them. He's like, who is this? Like, I've never seen a platoon of Shinobi get soloed by like pretty much anybody but like Madara. Like, not even,
Yeah.
you don't even see like the second Okage doing that shit.
Right, no, he got taken out by a bunch of S-class level ninja from the Kenkaku force.
Yeah, and here comes Obito just smacking everybody.
Yeah, he just annihilates them.
They can't even hurt him, and that's what we were kind of getting at. Like,
I think it's also worth pointing out too that he's able to selectively phase through matter, even as this like child, right?
Even
like
subconsciously.
Yeah, you can subconsciously do it. Yeah, it's great.
Subconsciously, and he had just awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. And he was still able to walk on the ground. Like, a lot of people I've spoken to seem to think that it was like this automatic thing that he didn't really have any control over, and that he had no finesse with the Mangekyo Sharingan. But if that were the case, he would have just endlessly fallen through the fucking floor.
Yeah, that's very funny. That's a very good point.
What happened.
If he couldn't control it, he wouldn't be standing on the ground. Yeah.
Like, he was able to pick what parts of his body phased through shit and what parts didn't, because he was able to kick these Jonin, these Anbu around when he wanted to. He was able to solidify his body at particular points. And also, he was able to do this with the Zetsu cloak on him. And, Brett, you could say that, like, causing the Zetsu cloak to phase through matter is the same as, him being able to do the same thing with his clothes. But I think since Zetsu is, like, a living creature, it's different and worth mentioning. When we go from this Obito to, I guess...
Renegon.
The storm... Well, no, not this one. I mean, the one that fought Minato with the chains.
Yeah.
That one. What the Storm games call Masked Man, even though he's more like fucking Masked Boy. But,
yeah.
He's a little kid, he's not even an adult.
But so, many people don't realize what the point of the chains were. Quite a few people that I've spoken to think they're just cosmetic, or at the very least, nobody really gives any second thought.
So we can people can phase through and catch them.
I really don't know why Obito doesn't use them later on in the series, because they were meant to be like when he would phase through somebody, he would keep going and then catch them with those chains afterwards.
Such a cool idea.
He would immediately send them into Kamui. It'd be like it's an instant kill tactic, and like this kid is 14, and like there is nobody aside from fucking Minato who has a counter to this sort of shit. Obito would have slept Hiruzen with this dude. Okay.
Yeah, Hiruzen might have actually gotten caught off guard by that and taken out. I'm not gonna lie.
Not to mention, he had the Nine Tails hypnotized, and the Nine Tails was able to fuck up the whole village. Like, Hiruzen would have shown up to assist Minato if not for the fact that Obito had the... Hell, everyone in the village would have shown up to assist Minato if not for the fact that the Nine Tails was just wiling on everybody.
Literally soloing the village. Like,
and so, another way to put it into perspective, Minato sees that Obito passes through this barrier, has knowledge of how to extract and control the Nine Tails, knows when the seal is at its weakest, all of this other shit, and Minato's just like, you know, there's only one person I can think of like this.
Yeah.
Are you Madara Uchiha?
Yeah.
You know, Jesus, and it's like, oh, this kid is fucking 14 years old.
Yeah, this guy's 14 and he's already massively
called
beyond
being called Madara.
Absolutely. And he also tanked the Rasengan as well. He didn't die from it. He actually
to his back.
Yeah. So, and
even Minato himself in this fight said, "So whoever touches the other first wins this battle."
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
Obito was not something to be trifled with, even as a fucking child.
No way.
And then
no way.
Renegon, like...
Let's talk about Renegon. So, if he were to keep these chains, which, again, I really don't know why he didn't.
No, it would have been so cool to see him use those.
Actually, I know exactly
Maybe
why.
he was nerfed?
Yeah, Kishimoto was like, okay,
crap.
Can't make him this powerful. I guess he just lost his chains. He was like, I don't want to go get any more. But, so, Renegon Obito, he controls 6 tailed beasts at once. 6 Jinchuriki that can turn into tailed beasts as well.
Pretty cool.
And it's stated by Guy in the manga that these Jinchuriki can use the abilities of the Paths of Pain. The only reason they didn't is, and I think this is a little bit of an oversight on Kishimoto's part. You could say it's not, but Guy says the reason Obito didn't is because they all knew how to counter the abilities of the Paths of Pain, even though B and Guy never fucking fought Pain. B fought Nagato, but, like, he got fucking bodied, so...
Like, Bloodlusted Obito with full arsenal is, like, actually really OP, and you'll notice that Kishimoto actually does nerf a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Like, just blatantly takes them out of the story if they're too overpowered, like Madara.
And Obito is one of those characters.
And,
because, see, another thing about these Paths of Pain of his is that since they're Edo Tensei, they can regenerate from any damage, so they lack that low durability that the rest of the Paths of Pain had.
A lot of people, for some reason, think he got weaker with the mask got off because of plot, or, like, maybe Obito was out of it. But, like, even without the mask, like, I brought this up in another video, actually. But so Madara and Obito are on top of the Ten Tails, and the Ten Tails got sunk underground, like it's under this like ground, and they're like pouring limestone on it. And then for Madara, they're like, all right, he can absorb attacks, just attack him with ninjutsu, taijutsu.
Taijutsu, yeah.
And then they're like, all right, for Obito, you just kind of attack him for like 5 minutes, and then have some people around to heal you when he hurts you, because there's not really anything else you could do. You just kind of have to just sit there and attack him for 5 minutes. Yeah. Like, they had no idea what to do to this guy. Yeah. There was nothing they could really do except for...
Yeah, phasing through matter is definitely...
Bit of an OP technique.
It's fucking... You can't do anything.
There's nothing you can do. And literally the only weakness, like, that was stopping Obito from soloing everything was Kakashi's Mangekyo Sharingan.
Right. Well, there were two weaknesses. The first is that Obito had to materialize whenever he chose to attack somebody. The second was the fact that Kakashi had Obito's other Mangekyo. Yeah. And that is absolutely it. If not for the fact that Kakashi had the one jutsu capable of countering Obito,
which was his same jutsu.
Yes, exactly. He would have fucking demolished everybody, dude. All right. Yeah. I mean, like, he had Rinnegan powers, wood style, Kamui, the 6 Paths of Pain.
I also want to add in, like, when he got the 10 Tails, by the way, the 10 Tails is stated to have, like, limitless reserves of power and shit.
Yeah.
He was, like, specifically nerfed to not have Kamui, because if you would...
Well, let's segue into Jesus Obito, the one with the fucking 10 Tails, because this one is, like...
So freaking powerful.
Hashirama states right out the gate, fuck, I can't beat this guy. He's stronger than me.
That means Madara can't either.
Yeah. Right, yeah, Madara could beat Jubito. That's a fucking negative, dude. Like,
that's a negative.
Jubito made a 6-piece barrier more powerful than the 4-piece barrier the 4 Hokage made together. And he did this by himself.
Which included Hashirama. Sage.
Right. Right, Sage Hashirama.
Pretty strong.
Sage, well, no, I guess not Sage, but Kyuubi Minato.
And Kyuubi Minato, like, what the fuck? Damn. And he still overpowered that, like, and made it way stronger. So, actually, didn't he, like, one-shot that barrier with a hand? Like, he just popped it like a fucking balloon?
It was pretty ludicrous, yeah. He was, like, he about killed the entire Shinobi Alliance in one attack. The only reason everybody survived was because Naruto and Minato used this, like, crazy multi-step Shadow Clone Flying Raijin Kyuubi Cloak plan at the very last fucking second that required, like, 4 different stages to execute. And everybody was like, whoa, congrats, Naruto. That was really fucking smart. Whereas all Obito had to do was like, yeah, I'm going to fucking blow you all up and make a barrier for myself. But
yeah, so, and imagine also, by the way, that Obito also has these truth-seeking orbs that, for some reason, Madara doesn't use them like this, but Obito's able to, like, form them to be, like, anything he really wants
stuff,
to. I'm not saying Madara can't, but, like, Obito seems to use them really fluidly. Like, he creates bombs with them, he creates swords with them and shit, like the sword of Nunoboko. Like, what the fuck was that all about? We never saw that again.
materialized, and I think it was actually about to body everybody. The only reason Naruto and Sasuke got through it is because they weakened his willpower for a second by reminding him of the life he could have lived. And he was like, oh, fuck.
Talking about
jutsu.
There we go.
And then in the games like Storm 4, it's shown that he could actually make, like, energy blast out of the True Seeking Orb, like the True Seeking Scorch. And we know that these attacks actually, like, obliterate anything it touches, like, kind of like
in the
style.
boss battle, he's able to make these, like, gigantic scythe wings, and then he's able to make, like big fucking hands out of them that, like, surround his body and shoot rotating lasers in 4 directions. It is so fucking ridiculous.
So, if he's able to use that, like, True Seeking Scorch attack, he can literally just about one-shot anybody that's not, like, 6 paths level or 10 tails.
So it's stated that Jinchuriki are stronger than the tailed beast that they are the host of, and the 10 tails...
Well, it's stated Obito's stronger than the 10 tails.
Right, exactly, and the 10 tails fired a fucking Biju bomb. Like, I think it was in its lower form, too. I could be wrong about this.
Second form.
Yeah, okay. At the Shinobi Alliance HQ, that was like halfway across the fucking planet.
Instant.
Yeah, and in like 2 seconds, dude. Like Shikaku and Inoichi had like a couple moments. They were like, "Well, fuck. All right, we're gonna. I don't even have time to say goodbye. I just got to tell you the plan. Shikamaru, you gotta take over and do this, this, and this." And then he just like died.
And then go on.
It was, and it was like halfway across the entire fucking world, dude. And so Obito, who is stronger than this, and also let's not even talk about the size of a 10-tailed Biju bomb, but yeah, Obito is able to create blasts even bigger than this. So just saying, if he would have had access to Kamui, Obito would have been like unbeatable.
Yeah, you couldn't have beaten. That's like why I said like Kishimoto actually nerfed Obito for the plot, and I do think that if Obito was like, "Nah, fuck you, Naruto, get out of my head. I don't give a fuck. I've gone too far." Right? Wasn't a edgy bitch. Like he just went. Yeah, he just went through with what he was gonna do, and he said nah, and he just bitch smacked him away. I'd say if he lasted a little bit longer, he would have gotten used to the 10 tails, and if he got that Kamui, it would have been over. It would have been GG.
Right. So I feel like actually after a while he would have been able to get used to using Kamui as the 10 tails host because Madara was able to do it. So there's no reason that Obito wouldn't have been able to do it either. And at that point it would have been over, and Madara would have been like, "Oh shit, my plan's fucking ruined."
Yeah, Madara couldn't. Madara's plan, by the way, was to get Sage mode to fight Obito and damage him. By the way. And if he had Kamui,
nah. Kamui's just the most OP thing ever, isn't it?
Now, I guess if he would have gotten one of those Rinnegan back and he would have used Sage mode against, like, Kamui-less Obito, it would have probably gone a little bit different, but not different enough for Obito to lose. He has the Truth-Seeking Orbs and all that crazy fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
Obito is wild. Like, Tobi Rama was sitting here brainstorming of ways to... Tobi Rama used, like, every jutsu he had. He was just like, fuck you, like, blowing him up with a million, like repeating paper bombs that spawned more paper bombs. Like, he did all this crazy shit. Then he was just like, all right, the best plan I can think of now is just using one of his Truth-Seeking Orbs against him. I really got nothing to do.
There's nothing else they could do, so...
DMS Obito.
Hypothetically, yeah.
Yeah, he never awakened that perfect Susanoo. And I guess you could pretty much just refer to Seth's Kakashi video for this, but I think Obito would have been a bit better at using it.
Of course. Yeah, because he actually... He lived his whole life with it, of course. Yeah. And another thing, if he had the dual Mangekyo Sharingan, like he gave Kakashi, but instead of that, for some reason, he just kept it for himself, right?
Right.
For one, it would have lasted forever, however long he had chakra. It wouldn't have just disappeared. Because what he do? He Kamui'd out of the fucking afterlife. Like we say this all the time. He Kamui'd out of the afterlife.
Yeah, he did.
Any sense.
Not even death could hold me.
Out of the afterlife into Kakashi's body. That's how he did it.
Right.
But instead of that, it would just be his own chakra. So he'd be able to keep it a lot longer.
If Jubito could use Kamui, I feel like he would have had the chakra to warp the entire expansive Truth-Seeking Orb into the Kamui dimension.
That'd be interesting, actually. Yeah, he probably would have. I mean, Kakashi
probably would have been
the Jubi.
it probably would have been this really fucking crazy scene where he's like standing and it's like he's being pushed back by the force of it or fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to reel it in. And he's like, "Urgh," and then it like slowly like fizzles out and Zetsu's like, "Urgh," and yeah, then it like goes in just as it explodes and Obito's like, that's probably exactly what would happen. Like, I think I actually see the scene so accurately in my head that I think I can say with certainty because of that, if Obito had the Jubi, yeah, Kamui would probably be the strongest jutsu in the whole series. Dude. Like, there's really nothing it can't do because it can take care of any projectile attacks. It can suck anybody in at close quarters, and you can phase through any other attacks that like you can't fucking take care of.
Including people stronger than the user. Doesn't matter.
Exactly right.
There's no defense against it. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe to my boy Swag and me, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Until next time.
All right.
That was cool. I like it when they do videos together. Always funny. Cool. That was a great video. That was great. Obito is damn OP, yo. Especially that Kamui. You can't stop it. Can't stop it. Kamui. Yeah. God, imagine if he had it at the end. He would have just destroyed everyone. Entertaining. So, yeah. That's the video. Thank you guys very much for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know if you're watching this because in future videos, and I'll see you guys. It's all you guys next time.